More holiday spirit. Then to Bob Wines on Southeast 38th Street, just east of Lake Weir Avenue. Daily till 4, Saturday till 2. And this year, it'll be a Christmas like no other.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala.
All right, 10 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this beautiful, a little bit cool, but beautiful Monday morning. The gift-giving season is kicking off this week, right? Thanksgiving is usually the day we say kicks off the whole season. One of my favorite memories when my son was younger was getting video games. Gosh, we would go into the video game store. And in his generation, that was like when, in my generation, going into the record store. I mean, your eyes glaze over and you just look and look and look and look and look. Remember those days?
I do remember.
Oh, my gosh. John Koller is on the phone. He's the Vice President of Platforms Marketing at Sony Interactive Entertainment America. And he's going to tell us about the hottest video games and hottest trends for this holiday season. John Koller, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Yeah, and those days are here. The eyes glazing over. It's Black Friday week, right?
That's right. Exactly.
So my son is now 30. He started out, I guess, with Super Mario or whatever. The other day I went over to his house. He's married, he's got a nice house and everything. So he shows me this thing where I put it on my head, and he's giggling because he can see that I'm looking all over the room because it's the 360 thing they got now. What do you call it? Virtual reality stuff. Oh my gosh!
Virtual reality. Oh, he's in good shape. Yeah, you're asking about trends. Virtual reality is the trend right now in gaming.
It is so cool, but I think I'd never come out of the room. I'd be in there for ever. I asked him.
Dive right in. That literally takes you to new places.
I know.
It's emotional. It's physical. It's amazing.
And he said there were videos out there that you can just use rather than games. And he said you could virtually, because I'm from New York and I like to go to New York. He said you don't have to go anymore. You just go virtually. So.
Yeah, that's true. We launched a VR headset, PlayStation VR, a few weeks ago, and there's great kind of travel experiences. There's great, you can hop on a roller coaster and ride around. And of course, there's great games, but it takes you to these places. You don't have to leave your living room. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely amazing.
Wow. So I'm going to be on probably a year behind him before I'll never catch up. That's for sure. But what are the hot games right now?
Well, it is a good week to be asking because there's a lot of people going into shop. I think that it's been one of the better years we've seen in gaming. Lots of great game experiences, lots of diversity. So if you like adventure games, there's a game called Uncharted 4, which is phenomenal. It's theatrical. It's brilliant, beautiful. Sports games, there's the FIFAs and the NBA 2Ks. And then if you're a shooter fan like a Call of Duty or an action fan like a Watch Dogs 2, there's a lot of really fun experiences. And I think the key is really to figure out what your gift giver recipient wants, or maybe what you want, right? You may be going and shopping for yourself.
I know. Is it the same as it was back in because I'm just telling you because I haven't been into a game store in a long time. Are they still in like CDs or cartridges, or are they downloaded? How are you doing them now?
Well, increasingly downloads are becoming very popular just because you can sit in your living room and download directly. But there's still plenty of people who go to stores and it's a Blu-ray disc, but you can get the Blu-ray disc at all the major retailers, and that's a really popular thing as well. So, you mentioned going in, eyes glazing over. A lot of people go in for the community. They go in these stores and they just want to talk games.
Mm-hmm. And try them out, right? A lot of stores have an opportunity for you to try them out.
Yeah, there is. You can try it out. You can, certainly talk games with the other fans in the store. It's become such a big part of culture, and I think a lot of people just enjoy that experience. But of course, if you don't want to do that, and you want to just sit and download to your system, you can do that too, and the game will be ready to play soon, and you'll be right at it.
And also, you rate these games if they're T for teen or PG, and that's very helpful to the parents.
It is. That's something that I'm a parent too, so I don't just work at PlayStation. So I like to encourage people to look at what's called the ESRB rating. It's on the packaging, and there's actually a new app that's out from the ESRB that will help parents. So if you're going in and you're trying to figure out, is this safe for my kid, you can download the app. It's from the Apple iStore. You can go to Google Play as well, and I think it's just a good thing to have as a resource. If you're a parent, you need to know what your kids are playing.
So talk about getting the best deal. Are there coupons online, or are there, I don't know, are there ways to maybe cut the dollar a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, this is the week for that, right? So we actually have our lowest price PS4 ever. That'll be coming on Friday. So it's the new lighter, slimmer PS4 plus that Uncharted 4 game that I mentioned to you, which is great, all for $249. So it's the best deal we've seen, we've offered, and it's a limited time over this weekend. But I think you see a lot of people flocking in, and if you're already the PS4 owner, there's a lot of games that'll be on sale too. So this is really the weekend. This is, we know a lot of people like buying for themselves, but if you're buying for gifts too, this is a good time.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. What is the Vita, PlayStation Vita? What is that?
The Vita is a handheld system that you can take some of these great experiences along with you as you're leaving the house. So, it's a mobile device.
Oh, that's pretty fascinating.
Wow. All right, so, and what was the game you said earlier? Uncharted 4? Is that what you said?
Yeah, Uncharted 4, and it's a game, it's kind of like our Indiana Jones, so kind of the big action, kind of theatrical, cinema-based experience. And it's a game, I'll tell you, that you'll walk into someone's house and they're playing it on a living room TV, and you'll say, what movie is that? And it's actually a game. So it's one of those kinds of experiences where the graphics have just become almost synonymous with what you see in theater.
So the problem I would have, and I guess this is not a question for you necessarily, but the problem I would have is, how do I find out what games my son already has so that I don't, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. How do I know that? That's just a matter of asking him,
yeah,
I guess.
It sounds like he has a lot. He's got VR and he's got a lot of games, so that you might want to check in on that, but that's, you once you do that, there's a lot of other types of games and experiences that have just come out that I'm sure he'd really like, and that's the beauty of the gaming industry. There's always new experiences coming.
Are there? I remember. I'm drawing from the past, but I remember video games were not only entertaining, but some of them were educational. Are there a line of games that do that? I don't know what kind of educational things would be there, but are there games right now that do that?
Yeah, there is actually. There's quite a few. I mean, I think you hear a lot about Minecraft for kids, which is a crafting game or a building game, and I think it's really good. My kids play that. It's one of them, and there's others. I think the key is it's kind of putting the entertainment with the education, and there's certainly a wide variety of things that you can jump into. It doesn't always have to be the traditional video game kind of action or adventure game. You can get a lot for your kids too.
Wow, so a lot has changed just in the last 1 year, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're evolving as an industry, and we need to continue to make games for all types of people, and certainly it's been something for kids and above, but, the generation that came up with Atari is now 50, so they all want to keep playing games too. It's not, this isn't just relegated to this one small area of
Tank?
society.
The game Tank, remember Tank?
Hey. Oh, yeah.
Since game systems are getting so sophisticated, do you have entities out there where you can buy something to create your own video game?
Well, there are games where you can make games, kind of game within a game, and those are fun. But, yeah, usually a lot of these games people ask, they're like, how long did it take? These games are 24 to 36 months labors of love.
Wow.
They paint really beautiful canvases, we like to say. So it's it's like movies take that long, games take that long too. It's it's a labor of love, but it's worth it when you play it. All of us get to benefit.
Yeah, because you have music and everything in there. It's huge.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, music's a big part of it. Yeah, it's like a theatrical experience in every way.
And talk a little bit about the interactivity with other players around the world. Is that still a hot trend or not anymore?
No, absolutely it is. That's something that's become more and more important. I think, you don't have to just play with someone sitting on the couch next to you. You can play with someone from around the world, and not, everyone tends to think like, oh, well, I can play a game of FIFA with my buddy over in the UK or wherever it might be, and you absolutely can do that. PS4 facilitates that very easily, and you can find them very easily online. So it makes it very simple, and if you're a parent that's worried about that, you can restrict that as well, so don't be too worried. But if you're of age and you want to be able to play with someone outside the home, it's an unbelievable experience.
Wow, I wonder what's next. I mean, with the virtual reality, next you'll be able to feel things. You can see it and hear it.
Yeah.
Next you'll be able to feel it.
Smell it.
Yeah, smell it.
One of the things that is next, I'll tell you, that we just came out with is 4K. We have a dynamic 4K PS4 called PS4 Pro, which just came out a week ago. And that is going to be, I think once we get into a lot of those types of games, you're going to see people just really think that they're in the movie theater, because the graphics just look mind-boggling.
Wow.
That's
probably
awesome.
next. PR is a big friend too. So both of those.
Well, thank you for being on the air. What's the website to send people to?
Yeah, I'd send them to us.playstation.com. A lot of great info there. Good resource.
Okay, good job. John, thank you for being on the air with us. Have a great holiday season.
Yeah, you too. Have a good one.
All right, we'll be right back.
This is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. A 20-year San Antonio police veteran is dead. Detective Benjamin Marconi shot twice as he rode a ticket in a squad car. Police Chief William McManus.
When the suspect reached the driver's side door, he fired a gunshot toward Detective Marconi, striking him in the head.
The suspect still at large. In St. Louis, police fatally shot a suspect after a cop was wounded in his patrol car sitting in traffic.
Police Chief Sam Dodson says the suspect was wanted for other crimes.
We think that this individual and this individual's friends are responsible for several of the crimes that have occurred in this neighborhood.
The St. Louis officer is in critical condition but is expected to survive.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. He joins NASCAR legends Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. Jimmy Johnson, a 7-time Sprint Cup champ after winning at Homestead, Miami.
Wow. Just overwhelmed.
Johnson came from the back of the field to win it. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Okay, so everyone makes a holiday wish list this time of year, and usually these lists are filled with all kinds of the latest gadgets, games, and the hottest new gotta-have-it gifts. But is it possible to give a gift they'll love that might not be on their list? The answer is yes, and I'm here to tell you what it is. I'm David McNeil, inventor of WeatherTech floor liners. You see, at WeatherTech, we start by using lasers to measure a vehicle's interior, so each floor liner is custom fit to each specific make and model. So whatever you drive, your car's floor will be fully protected up the front, in the back, and even up the sides. And the best part is they are made right here in America. WeatherTech also has a full line of premium automotive accessories that make ideal gifts for everyone this season. Ordering is easy. Shop online at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. From all of us at WeatherTech, happy holidays.
Today in Florida Ag News, I'm a Southeast AgNet. Many in agriculture continue to wait to see who will be chosen for certain positions within the new Trump administration, and that includes the National Cotton Council. Here's their Vice President of Producer Affairs, Craig Brown.
We're obviously going to be very interested to see who comes into the Trump administration. We were encouraged that Congress stayed in Republican hands, particularly the Senate. We were concerned about that. There's not very many Democratic Cotton Belt senators, and there's some very important positions held by Republican Cotton Belt senators in key committees that we're very interested in. So I think we were pleased to see that. We'll wait and see what the Trump administration has to offer. Well, obviously we'll be interested who fills those key positions. Secretary of Agriculture, of course. But also, we're very interested in seeing the regulatory agencies, particularly Environmental Protection Agency, and maybe we'll get a little more common sense in that agency, hopefully. But we'll see. We're anxiously waiting to see what happens there.
Whether at your local green market, corner grocery store, or neighborhood restaurant, you're supporting your community when you buy local.
Food grown right here by Florida farmers doesn't need to be shipped as far.
That saves fuel and cuts emissions.
Buying local is more than just supporting area businesses and growers.
It's buying fresh, wholesome, and delicious food for your family.
Products you trust from people you trust.
Fresh from Florida.
Good for the environment.
Good for the economy.
Good for you.
Living in Florida, we have so much to celebrate. Awesome weather, top-notch universities and sports teams, a rich blend of cultures, and so much more. From fresh market tomatoes to watermelons, from snap beans to tangerines, Florida farmers grow an abundance of safe and affordable products that are prized around the world. So look for the Fresh from Florida label when you shop. Wholesome, delicious, nutritious. Fresh from Florida. Fresh to you.
Randall Wiseman, Southeast AgNet.
Are
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff